I'm just chilling outside with one of the dogs I pet sit. It's right there. Because their cleaner showed up late once again. And he freaks out when other people are in the house. And loses his little mind. So we're just gonna chill out here until hopefully they leave. But life's kind of wild. It's interesting how some people choose to act. There's so many people playing all these petty, manipulative, toxic games. And it's just wild that these are full-grown adults. And they're acting like they're in like little school days with all the rumors and the lies and the slanders and the he said, she said. And it's just, it blows my mind because I just thought that people would live by the golden rule, choose to live a life of integrity, and have character, like strong moral character, but apparently not. And it just blows my mind because they'll come up with all these pretty words that end up being empty. They'll have all this lip service, they'll talk the talk, but when it comes to walking the walk and practicing what you preach, they don't do it. And people keep coming up to me because I've been dealing with this for freaking months. Like, it's insane. They'll come to be like, I'm so proud of you. How are you so strong? You have such great moral character and inner strength, and you have such strong character. I'm so proud of you. And it's just like, well, if not to stand by your morals, values, ethics, like, and have integrity in times of challenge, in the difficult times, in the times of struggle, like, what's the point? Like, if you're only able to do it when things are easy, when things are good, then there's no real point to have it. Because, like, that's just more lip service. That's not practicing what you preach. That's not walking the walk. Like, if you can't do it when it's actually challenging to stand by it, what's the point of having it? And I know that we're all human. I don't expect people to be perfect. I don't expect for them to never make mistakes. But if you can't even apologize, if you can't own up, if you can't try to make amends and have accountability and have responsibility for your actions, and you just want to accuse the other person of being the problem, projecting all of the things that you yourself have done onto the other people in the situation, it's just like, nothing against you. I'm not wishing you ill, but you're gonna have a rough life because the energy you put out comes back to you. So if you're gonna be acting like that, it's just, you're gonna be digging yourself a deeper and deeper hole, and the kinds of people that are gonna be ultimately around you are not gonna be the ones that you want around you. If you can't stand up and have integrity and choose to be a person that you can be proud of at the end of the day, which is what I've tried to be, not that I'm perfect. I'm not going to say I've never slipped up or made a mistake in my life, but that's the end goal. That's what I try to be. But yeah. He's mad because the neighbor's out and he does not like other people. And this is what he'd be doing in their house because the cleaner's there. He likes me, but I'm the only person outside of their inner circle that he actually likes. Isn't that right? Yeah. Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's just wild how some people choose to be in this world. and then they'll try to slander you and say like you're being so awful and hateful, and it's like I've literally said nothing to that group for months. I have remained silent. I have not been spreading rumors. I have not been in the same spaces as them because I don't want to play those games. It's not what I want. It's not someone I would be proud of. So I just stopped. And they keep trying to drag me back in and cause all this drama. And it's just like, why can't you just let it go? I'm obviously not giving you the energy and time and all the things that you, and attention that you want. Move on with your life. Do something healthier. Like, for real. I understand that you're upset, but it's just like, you chose what you chose. It was hurtful. I pointed out that it was hurtful to you and spent so much time. I spent like, I think it was 2 weeks at one point just writing a reflection and like trying to convey it in a way that was not hurtful, that was respectful and kind, but open and honest, to let them know that what they did was actually really, really hurtful. And I had so many people read it over to make sure, that I wasn't being attacking or accusatory or hurtful myself. And everyone's like, no, this is great. Like, I had so many people read it over. And then they go around and say that I'm being hurtful, and I've decided that the bad guys are like, that's literally not what I'm doing, but okay, you know what, I'm just done. So I didn't have anything more to say to them. And then they turn around and, because they keep trying to start stuff, so I block them, and then they wonder why they've been blocked. And it's just like, I spent so long trying to figure out a way to have a peaceful resolution, and you want no part of it, so why would I keep wasting my time? And then they're trying to get other people to play messenger for them, and it's just like, no, I'm not going to play those games. And I respectfully told the people, like, hey, you can talk to them if you want, I won't hold it against you, but I block them and cut ties for a reason. I'm not going to play these games. You do what you want, you're grown, I won't stop you. I may have suggestions for your, mental and emotional health, because they're not really good people to be around because of all the choices they're making. Not that they can't change, not that they can't learn, not that they can't grow, but that's their choice if they do or not. And with where they are right now, they're being really petty, really manipulative, really toxic, trying to start all these rumors and bad mouth and trash talk, and they did all this stuff publicly. When I will try to, reach out to them personally and be like, hey, what are you doing is hurtful? And then they just lash out, and then they try to get friends, be like, oh, how's she doing? I haven't heard from her in forever. I just want to make sure she's safe. She's so unstable. Is she okay? And it's like, I'm really grounded. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, the one that's unstable is you, because you can't seem to let it go. You keep trying to drag me back in. It's just like, no. I'm good. I know what I'm looking for in life, and it is not the games you're playing. I'm looking for people who have strong character and integrity, and that will have the open communication, and they will try to make things work. And if it doesn't, we will try, but if it doesn't, we'll be respectful and be like, okay, I guess we gotta go our separate ways. We're on different paths, and that's okay. No ill will towards you, because if you have ill will towards other people and like you're wishing harm onto them and you're like being all hateful and bitter and resentful, that doesn't help you. Like, you may think, oh, it's going on to them, but it's like, no, that's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick and or die. Like, you're doing it to yourself. Like, it's so heavy and like weighs on your heart and soul, and it just like eats away at you from the inside. So I'm not choosing that. I'm not choosing to live that life. That's not what I want for myself. And I want to surround myself by like-minded people who don't necessarily see everything the way I do, and like we agree on every single thing, but overall we're gonna try to do the right thing. We're going to try to live by the golden rule. We're going to try to treat other people the way we want to be treated. We're going to treat them with respect and dignity and kindness and consideration and compassion. And we're not going to play these games. That's the kind of people I want to surround myself. That's the kind of people I want on my team to be in my corner. And if you can't do that, okay, you're on your own journey, right? They're on their own journey. And that's okay. They are where they're at, and they'll make their way, and I have no idea what their journey looks like. I don't know what they're going to do next, so I'm not going to be like, oh, you'll never change, you're a terrible person, and like, only bad things happen to you. No, I'm not wishing ill. But that doesn't mean I have to stick around for your games, and your nonsense, and your BS, and your hurt. Because I feel like I'm very reasonable. Like, people have been so impressed that I will give so many chances, that I'll take the time to listen and try to understand. And yeah, it only lasts for so long. I need it to be reciprocal in my life. So take care, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and do what's best for you. Do what's best for you. You don't have to play their games. But at the end of the day, don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Don't be afraid to speak the truth. Be, mindful and aware, because there are some people who are very unstable out there and who might harass you, threaten you, stalk you, try to do all sorts of crazy things. But stand your ground. Do what's right. Don't be afraid to live a life of integrity, and, cut ties with people who are not supporting you, who are not aligned with your morals and values, who are not in your best interest, and they actually harm you. You don't owe anyone anything. You don't. They might have, been a long-time friend, quote-unquote, and that makes me wonder, like, were they really your friend, or was it just, in name only? Because I've witnessed plenty of things as I've been on this earth about people like, oh yeah, we're friends, and they're being all, nice to each other's faces, and then as soon as one of them leaves, they're trash talking, backstabbing, just being so nasty, and it's like, that's not what friendship is. I don't think you understand what a friend really is. And there's also the whole difference between nice and niceness, and then there's actual kindness. Being nice is like being polite, playing the social niceties, and saying the things, not stirring the pot. But being actually kind is very different. It's actually wanting the best for them. It's actually being genuine and authentic, and coming from the heart. Niceness doesn't come from the heart. If I had to say anything, it comes from the mind, because you're trying to play the game. But kindness is different. So be true to you. Live your integrity. And you don't have to play their games. You don't have to dish out what they're dishing to you. You can choose to be different. And that could get them all butthurt because you're not giving them what they want. That can, get them all big mad because they want things a certain way, and maybe in the past you would have reacted and got into an argument with them and all these things. But the thing is, if you do stuff like that, then they can use it to argue their point and twist the narrative to serve their purposes and be like, look, see, they're the ones in the wrong because look, they're yelling at me, they're lashing out. And so it's just like, if you don't give them anything, they can't really do anything about it, which makes them furious. And not that you're doing it to make them furious, but You can't control what other people do and how they feel. That's on them. That's something they need to deal with. And you reap what you sow. And the energy you put out there comes back to you. So think about the kind of energy you want in your life. Do you want pettiness and manipulation and hate and anger and hurt and all these things to be coming towards you? If not, do your best not to dish it out. Do your best not to plant seeds of that. Because if you are being neglectful and hurtful and manipulative and just playing all these games that are just toxic, it's just like, well, what do you think your harvest is going to be like? If you're neglecting your relationships and making them second guess themselves and gaslighting them and projecting onto them and just doing all these things, like, your harvest is going to be pretty pitiful, and you can't be mad at anyone but yourself at that point, because that's what you did. You did it, and you don't have to necessarily enjoy it, but you gotta accept that those are natural consequences for your own actions. And yeah, it can very well suck, but use it as a learning experience and an opportunity for growth, because you don't have to keep living that life. You don't have to keep walking down that path. You can choose differently. I very much believe that. And the people who are trying to start rumors and all, like, badmouth me and throw mud at me, they're acting like I think they're just these horrible people, we're villains, we're just like the scum of the earth. And it's like, no, I don't think that. I think you're making some very poor choices that are hurtful, and that you're causing a lot of the issues that you don't want in your life, and you're not seeing that. But that doesn't mean I don't think you can change. I genuinely believe you can change if you so choose. But no one else can choose that for you. No one else can do that for you. It's up to you. It's like the saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I can point out things. I can give you information. I can be insightful. I can listen to you. I can, be like, hey, have you considered this? Try to share perspective. Try to get you to see things in a new light. But if you're not choosing to see it, if you're not choosing to listen, if you're not choosing to do differently, if you're choosing to do the same old and stay in your same patterns and habits that are hurting you and everyone around you, like, I can do it till I'm blue in the face. I can do it until I'm exhausted and there's nothing left to give. But that's still what you're choosing. So I can't do anything for you. I'll try to be supportive. I'll try to be a good friend. But if you're being a horrible friend to me and it's a consistent trend and pattern and habit, that you're not a good friend for me. And I will wish you well, but I'm not going to keep being around for it. So, do what's best for you. Take care of yourself. You're an amazing soul, even if other people can't see it. Don't let people take up spots in your circle that aren't worth it, that don't settle for less. If you let people who aren't really your friends take up the slot of friend, you won't have space for the genuine friends in your life. You won't be able to find them because all your time and energy will be sucked up by these people. Not that I wish them ill will or anything or harm, but you deserve better. So do better for you. And they may cry and make all these sob stories about how you're being so unfair and hurtful and all unreasonable and all these things, and you're crazy and unstable, and like, how could you do this? Like, they did nothing wrong. Well, they can have their little pity party. They can spin their sob stories and try to convince people, but the truth is the truth. And it'll come out one way or the other. You don't have to do anything. The energy will come back to them, and they'll have to deal with it. So do what's best for you. And do what makes you happy. Do what sets your soul on fire and lights you up and inspires your passion and gets you eager to live each day, because life is a gift and there are times and experiences that can be so hard and challenging and feels like it's going to break you. I won't lie about that, but you can use that as an opportunity for learning and growth, to become a better person, to live your integrity and stick by your values and morals, and to be a person you want to be. Because so many people just, choose to go the quote-unquote easy route and lash out and, play all these petty, hurtful games, and you don't have to be that person if you don't want to be. You can be the person you want. And it may take time and effort and growth to become that person, but don't listen to anyone who tells you you can't, because you can. You can do anything you set your mind to. The power of belief is so strong. That's why things like placebos are a thing. You can heal yourself. You can become the person you want to be. You can get better. So don't settle for less. Do what's best for you. Do what you need to do. And if you need to, go off on your own and withdraw and be silent for a while, do that. You deserve it. You deserve what you need. Do what's best for you. So take care. I'm sending you all lots of love. Bye.